vapor, 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 vapor.
Thus the vapor of human experience into a viable and logical comprehension.
You smell like Vicks medicated vapor rub.
My God, he must be flying on vapor.
To everyone here who matters, you're vapor.
Eliminate, 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 eliminate,
To eliminate rebellion in this colony.
Eliminate the American conspirators.
The first step towards changing our status is to eliminate this difference between us.
But you will not eliminate laughter by eliminating that book.
villain, 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 villain.
You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Nay, not so, villain, thou beliest thyself.
The lady is dead upon mine and my master's false accusation, and briefly, I desire nothing but the reward of a villain.
If I do not take pity on her, I'm a villain.
In this, though I cannot be said to be a flattering, honest man, it must not be denied, but I am a plain-dealing villain.
Dense, 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 dense.
Samantha, this physics book is really dense.
Tough skin, dense bones.
I'm sorry. I'm dense sometimes.
If it's a perfect sphere, then it can collapse and become infinitely dense, so dense that everything is pulled down into nothing.
She's just kind of, terminally dead.
Utilize, 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 utilize.
Soldiers utilize crops.
But I think it's contemptuous to utilize that fact in order to achieve something.
How does anything so simple utilize energy for growth?
Well, because, she'd be an essential, integral asset, for our team, for us to, utilize.
Crude oil can be shipped via mammoth super tankers in order to better utilize our country's vast supplies of yet untapped natural resources.
Humid, 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 humid.
Never gets too hot, too cold, too humid.
Hotter, very humid.
And no woman captured humid passion on the page quite like Charlotte Bronte.
It was so humid.
Theory, 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 theory.
Superstring theory, chaos math, advanced algorithm.
That's a wonderful theory, Sean.
Seemed he had no theory with which to explain a moment like this.
That's your theory?
Yeah.
I've been developing a theory.
Descend, 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 descend.
Should I discover a lapse of any variety during my absence, I promise swift and merciless justice will descend upon you.
We will hide within our walls, live our lives away from the light, and let darkness descend.
He will descend into what is low and unbecoming.
A nation, an assembly of nations shall descend from you.
I believe they descend with the lightning, but I believe they are on the ground and are projected downward by the bolt.
Circulate, circulate, circulate.
We got Circulate this on radio.
People want to meet you. You've got to circulate. You're the artist.
I'll circulate photos to each of you after the meeting.
The controversy surrounding the Ministry of Defense has escalated today as images of the Hussein assassination continue to circulate.
Very well, I will circulate it. No, Sergeant.
Enormous. 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 Enormous.
The excavation is enormous.
But pizza. Now, pizza, I have enormous respect for.
Sir, I just want to say that we're both, on a personal level, really enormous fans.
For the Fremen, spice is the sacred hallucinogen, which preserves life and brings enormous health benefits.
That's correct. The show has generated enormous revenues now equivalent to the gross national product of a small country.
Predict. Predict. Predict.
Forecasters predict more snow and heavy winds tonight and tomorrow, with temperatures dropping well below zero.
It's impossible for me to predict that. You put on a news show, and here's somebody who can predict tomorrow's news for you.
Zola's algorithm evaluates people's past to predict their future.
Anyway, we can't predict the exact future.
Vanish. 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 Vanish.
Then a whisper, and it would vanish. It was so fragile.
Let's vanish.
And those who confess to the anger vanish.
It would vanish in disbelief.
When we are loved, we are afraid.